welcome to lesson 2. Fantastic. Going all right so far? Hope so. So in yesterday's video, we were looking at some technique in terms of holding the drum and making a nice warm-up. Yeah, tipping the drum over. I hope that went well and that your curiosity might have even sparked you to do a bit of what we're going to cover today. So in this session, we're just going to look at creating 2 sounds. All together, we're going to look at 4 sounds or 4 parts of the hand, but today we're just going to look at 2 with a practical exercise to go off and practice, okay? So in today's one, we're going to look at the thumb tone and a slap. That's it. So these are really, really simple, straightforward little exercises over the course of a week to go away and try. The idea is to make it completely doable over the course of a week, but by the end of the week, you've got quite a few techniques to take off and work on in your own time and your own way. So for this one, we're going to look at the thumb tone and we're going to look at a slap using the top of the hand and the fingers. Okay, super, super powerful sounds. So these 2 sounds can be the sort of foundation of loads of the rhythms that you're going to look at for the Pandeiro. And they're also a really brilliant way to start just playing some rhythms, just to get in there and just to start practicing and getting used to holding the instrument, building up your stamina a little bit, because you might find at the beginning that, you know, oh, I've got a little bit sore because I've not quite hit in the right place that's going to be gentle on my hand, or, oh God, this hand, I'm getting like Lego hand, the claw. Yeah, when you're gripping on very tight. So there's a few things that you might notice initially when you're starting to play. They're perfectly normal. Don't be put off by them. You're not hurting yourself. Yeah, follow the techniques in these videos and you will be safe and fine and happy. So lesson 2, here we are. We're going to look at, first of all, the bass tone. What we're going to do is create that using this part of the thumb, right? Not the thumbprint type part here, the flat, but on the side a little bit here. And how that's going to hit on the drum is, if you imagine you divide the drum up into quarters, we're going to be aiming to actually hit somewhere in the middle of this quarter of the drum, rather than anywhere in the centre, because we're not going to get a sound there. On the edge is going to be a bit painful, especially on a drum like this, if you have one that's kind of quite hefty around the edge here, or one that has a raised lip on the rim, which is a bit sore sometimes. So you're gonna go gently first of all and just try and find that spot. So I'm looking at my drum like this, it's about here for me. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to relax my arm. So I'm actually using my arm like it's a beater. Now obviously you need to hold the drum so you can't do this. But what you're looking to do is, you know, it's almost like that kind of thing, yeah? You're looking to relax as if you've washed your hands somewhere and there's no, you know, paper to dry your hands and you have to shake your hands. It's that kind of flick sort of thing, yeah? But we're not just flicking onto the drum like this, because that's going to not create a very accurate or quality sound. So it's a combination of being relaxed and letting the weight of your arm drop onto the drum, but also slightly putting that energy in there, yeah? So you kind of just dum, 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 dropping it onto the drum. So I'm going to do just a few like that. Pause the video anytime you want to just try it yourself. I would recommend that. So have a little listen first and then pause the video, give yours a try. And what you should hear is the full true sound of the drum. So nothing that's choked. You'll know you're not getting it if you don't hear a tone, basically. So if you are choking it, quite often it's because you are pressing on and leaving it there. What we want to do is hit the drum and relax and come off. And also, but if we do that and we only make a little bit of contact, we sort of tickle it a bit. So we equally don't really get the full dum, dum, that bassy hit of the drum, that punchy sound. So I'm going to just play a little bit more of that sound and then again pause, and if you want to practice your own. Okay. Step 2 of the bass sound is actually something we're going to introduce in a couple of videos time, but I want to introduce the idea a little bit now, which is when we practice those tones, I want you to practice bringing the bottom of the drum up to meet your thumb. Now you're going to have to trust me on this because I'm going to explain this more thoroughly in a future video. But for now, when you're hitting down, imagine that this bottom part of the drum corresponds to the bottom part of your hand. So the bottom part of your hand I want you to treat as your heel here, which we're going to use in the next lesson, and your thumb edge, okay? The top part of your hand is going to be your fingertips and your fingers for a slap. So the bottom part of the drum is going to come up to meet your thumb. You see that? So what we're getting is almost like this kind of thing. Which is like a, hey, I'm learning the Pandeiro after party dance. Quite like that. So, boom, 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 yeah? Now I would definitely recommend pausing the video and giving that a go. Okay? Next, the slap. The slap is an interesting one because across probably all kinds of different percussion instruments, hand drums, whatever it is, the slap is quite often the one that is like the greatest quest for the slap, the best slap in the West, okay? What we're trying to do with the slap is create a nice, accurate, crisp, sort of poppy sound, but without hurting ourselves or overdoing it or overplaying or needing to do too much effort to get that going, all right? So what we've got here is a slap where we're going to use the top part of the hand like this and leave it on the drum this time. So with the tone, we came off, but with the slap, we're going to stay on like this, okay? And what I'm doing is I'm just actually still dropping the weight of my hand onto the drum like this. And I'm actually leaving a very slight pocket of air in there, so it's not completely flat and rigid. Yeah, we don't want that in any playing really, any sort of rigidity. So it's not flat and it's not overly cupped like this. And it's also not too grabby, you know, like this kind of sweepy motion. Yeah, so all those things are wasting energy and ultimately your practice time. So what we're going to try to do is drop the hand on like this. And a slight grab with your fingertips, very slight, like just to stop you coming off again, yeah? Notice the difference when I do slap and come off the drum, the difference in the sound. Wang, 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 rather than that cat slap sound that we want. Now in the same way that we did with the tone coming up to meet the drum, we're going to do the opposite here. We're going to treat the top part of the drum to the top part of the hand, which is where we're doing the slap. And we're going to bring the top up to meet that, like this. So this time it's like we're getting this. Yeah? Giving ourselves a round of applause while we're practicing. That's nice, isn't it? So we're going to, and I'm exaggerating a lot to give the idea. As you practice, these techniques will, of course, get more relaxed and smaller, which is the ultimate goal for these. But for now, while we're just learning them, let's exaggerate them so we know that we're really getting those techniques. You want to be quite central, but not at the bottom of the drum, because you might hit your the meaty part of your thumb here or your heel, and that can be quite sore on the edge, or too high, so that you're kind of missing the drum. So somewhere where you're quite central to the drum and not too close to the edge. That's going to start interfering a lot with the jingles, yeah? So around here is a nice place, okay? And let's do a few more slaps. And then let's mix them up. So maybe 4 tones, 4 slaps. Great. You might notice that I'm completely open at the back here. I'm not pressing on, I've not got any fingers on at the moment. For now, hold on to the drum like this and just leave it open with your thumb on top and a nice straight line through the middle, and try those tones and slaps. As fast or as slow as you like, in any combination that you like. Could do it as a paradiddle. Just so happens I'm really into those right now. Your homework with those is to go off and practice them, but also play along to any of your favourite tracks or songs that you like. So when you're listening to the track, listen for the drums or any prominent rhythms you can hear. Split between the bass and a higher sound like a snare or something like that. So for example, you might want to, sling on some, I don't know, some Led Zeppelin or Police record or whatever you like. Well, I just happen to be into those. And play along to a track that you like, Some reggae on, you could play along to that. You play along to anything, but you're just trying to explore those two sounds and the tip with the sound. Yeah, honestly, that is a really, really great bit of homework. If you can nail that, you're actually already on the way to what we're going to do in 2 lessons time. All right, so enjoy those the tones and the slap sounds. And I will see you tomorrow for lesson 3.